Hello and welcome to Listen Update, a weekly show produced by the kids in Television Production 3. I'm Megan Doherty, and up first we have our top stories. On March 15th, the students of MHS all join in on the national walkout movement. Sachems walked out of the school and back in to hold a ceremony for the victims. Chase Holyoke captured the event and got the students' opinions on the walkout. Let's hear what they have to say.
Jamey Gutenberg, Martin Duke, Gina Montalto, Alyssa Oladeff, Joaquin Oliver, Meadow Pollock, Peter Wang, Nicholas Dworet, Elena Petty, Carmen Shentrup, Alex Schachter, Elena Ramsey, Scott Beagle, Chris Hickson, and Aaron Face. On February 17th, they all walked into Stoneham Douglas High School, but never got the chance to walk out because a deranged shooter walked in and ended their lives. In honor of these victims, Middleborough High School students took action and put together a ceremony to celebrate the victims of the Parkland shooting. 17 sachems were able to present the lives of these victims to their peers in their ceremony of remembrance.
In unselfish fashion. One of Beagle's students told a reporter in an emotional interview that he was shot outside the classroom door and that he saved her life. Mr. Beagle was my hero, and he still will forever be my hero, she said. I am alive today because of him. She adds, if I could see him right now, I'd give him a huge teddy bear hug and say thank you. But unfortunately, I can't do that. Scott Beagle, we will remember you.
Ian Gilson, a senior at Middleborough and the former Massachusetts State Student Council president, shared with Listen Update the significance of the event.
Well, I understand that a lot of students walked out for their own reasons, but collectively as a school, we all walked out to remember the lives that were lost last month. So I hope that students could see from that the unity that can come together in a school when you're paying your respects to those lives that were lost last month.
Ryan Perry, the junior class member at large at MHS, helped in the planning of the event. Ryan's pulled his own lesson from the tragedy that took place only a little over a month ago.
Just an event like this makes you really appreciate what you have, how little or how much you have something, and it really makes you appreciate it and see how truly fortunate you are to think that something like this could have happened maybe closer to here, possibly even here. Like these events happen, and just coming together in a group setting like this, it makes you grateful and it makes you realize how truly lucky we are to not only live in a community like this, but a community that is able to do these kinds of things and is able to come together and mourn over the loss of, so many innocent lives that had a lot longer to go than they did.
Regardless of what side you stand on, it's apparent to the whole nation that we need change. MHS has done their ceremonies, everyone has made their peace. Now it's time for these young students to go out and make change. From Listen Update, this is Chase Holyoke.
With midterms just around the corner, the start of spring sports, and MCAS beginning, students are becoming more stressed. To relieve students, MHS created Wellness Week, which provides a more relaxed and stress-free environment. Matt McNaughton and Isabel had covered the event. Let's hear what they had to say.
I'm Matt McNaughton from Listen Update, and this week at MHS we have created Wellness Week. Wellness Week is a week that we have where students take a break from their daily lives, stress-free, relaxing, taking time for themselves. As you can see right behind, we have a Take What You Need wall. This is where you take what you need: a smile, stress-free night, time for yourself. It's everything you need. Let's see what others had to say about it.
Wellness Week is a bunch of activities for our students and staff to, again, disconnect from their cell phones, find mindfulness and some meditation, the importance of exercise and how that affects your everyday life and decreasing your stress, and just learning a bunch of different things. We've had a couple therapy puppies in here, which has been great. I know that's been a big hit with the kids. So, just to find some different ways for them to de-stress and, take a little time for themselves. I feel like Wellness Week is important to MHS because it really gives the students a chance to really slow down and appreciate taking a moment for themselves when they're so busy in their everyday lives with AP classes and sports and jobs and just everyday, pressures. It just gives them a minute to slow down and think about their own well-being and their own mental health, which is important, I think, in this day and age.
Wellness Week is an opportunity for students to finally get a chance to focus on things other than academics. So what we know from research is that students really are whole body learners, which means that it's more than reading, math, and science, that we also have to focus on their mental health as well and supporting that and promoting healthy living styles. So I think that it really is this opportunity for teachers to get to know their students in another light and see that they are more than just who they are on a pen and paper test, and that it is also the students' opportunity to voice their opinions and express things that maybe we never knew about them.
I'm Matt McNaughton from Listen Update, and this week we are very relaxed here at MHS. Back to you, Megan.
On Monday, March 12th, MHS held their first ever Winter Sports Awards Night. The awards night was a night where all of the winter sports team had gotten together and received awards from their coaches and looked back on the highlights of their season. Matt McNaughton had created a highlight of the night. Let's see what happened.
Achievements that we saw this year is that level of commitment and that support of one another. And one of the reasons we have you sitting all down close tonight within your teams is so that when we do announce the achievements this year, that we can continue to support one another as we wrap up the season. I'd also like to note that we didn't have any disqualifications this year, which still puts us in the running for the Sportsmanship Award, and our teams and our coaches continue to show good sportsmanship throughout the winter season. So let's just get a round of applause for all of that. And our most valuable player for Nichols Middle School boys, Cam Downey. Unsung Hero Award for Nichols Middle School girls basketball, Shauna Gallagher. Group of majorettes, and it's the most valuable twirler, and it goes to Allison Nickerson. And the most valuable player for boys varsity basketball, David Bisnoff. Award for the boys is the Coaches Award, goes to Jack Austin. At 113 in Division III, so he's the state champion in Division III wrestling, and also went on to compete in the All-State tournament. Didn't win all states, but maybe next year. He's only a sophomore. He was also voted the South Shore League Wrestler of the Year and the team's most outstanding wrestler. So congratulations, Jaden Estrada. His team enjoyed an undisputed 5-0 season and the first league championship in school history. South Shore League hockey coaches and the MIAA as the Boston Bruins South Shore League Sportsmanship Award winner, and his name will be on the Wall of Fame for Middleborough Ice Hockey, Josh Diamond. South Shore League, Middleborough High School South Shore League All-Stars. Congratulations, everybody, this year.
Spring sports are now in full swing with games underway this week. Let's take a look at this week's sports schedule. Good luck to all the teams. Next up, we will be taking a look at what's new with MHS clubs and activities. But first, we have some demonstration videos produced by the TV1s. Here are some demos made by Allison Connors, Cami Morano, Jamey Woodlock, Jacob Donahue, and Katie Benson.
Hi, I'm Allison, and today I'm going to be showing you how to twirl batons between your fingers. Let's go! So to start off, you're going to sit on the ground and you're going to need a baton. Oh, thanks. And then you're going to place it on the ground. So you're going to take your pointer finger and you're going to pick the baton up with your pointer finger. So with the baton in your pointer finger, you're going to move the baton into your middle finger like so. Once the baton is in your middle finger, you can move the baton through the rest of your fingers. So now you're going to be doing the same thing, but standing up. Now that you've done it a couple times standing up, keep practicing and you'll get much faster. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure to stay tuned to watch another trick next week. I'm Cami Morano, and today I'll be teaching you how to do tomahawk shot in field hockey. A tomahawk shot looks like this. When learning this shot, you'll need to have patience because it takes a lot of time to master it in a game. First, you're going to want to push the ball to the left, since the common side to hold the ball is on the right side. Now you're going to turn your feet and have them face toward the left, like this. First, you're going to take your stick off the ground. Then you're going to flip your stick over to the left side so that the flat side's facing up, and then you're going to sweep the ball. The shot should look like this when put together slowly. Repeat these steps a few times, slower than a game or practice speed until you're comfortable. When you've got all the form down, practice the skill as much as you can. Thanks for watching.
Hi, welcome back to Braiding 101. I'm your host Jamey, and today we'll be learning how to do a fishtail braid. I'll be demonstrating on my friend Leanne. This won't be a difficult tutorial. All you'll need is a hair tie to tie back the hair, and then you'll need one to tie off the braid when you're done. You're first going to start by splitting the hair into two pieces. Try to make it as even as possible. Then you're going to take a piece from the right side, cross it over to the left. Then a piece from the left side, and cross it over to the right. Again, a piece from the right over to the left. A piece from the left over to the right. Continue the process all the way down to the end of her hair. Now you're going to take the hair tie and tie the end of her hair. And that's how you fishtail someone's hair. Tune in next week to learn how to Dutch braid.
Hi, I'm Jacob Donahue, and welcome to another episode of Whoa, where we teach you how to do things. Today on the show, we're going to teach you how to jump. And you can jump like a pro with just 3 easy steps.
The first step to jumping is to bend your knees.
The next step is to quickly extend your legs. It's not over yet. The last step is to stick your landing. All you have to do is keep your feet on the ground. That's all for today's episode of Whoa! Join us next time for our episode on how to do cartwheels. Remember, keep on jumping.
Good morning and welcome back to Katie's Kitchen. In today's episode, I will be showing you the best way to make homemade chocolate chip cookies. Sit back, relax, have a drink in hand because this video will leave your stomach growling and your mouth watering. Before we start, it's important to note that washing your hands is crucial when preparing a dessert. Next, before we make our dessert, we must gather our materials and preheat the oven to 375 degrees. The materials needed for making our dessert include 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 2 sticks of softened butter, 3/4 cups of sugar, 3/4 cups of packed brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 2 large eggs, and 2 cups of semi-sweet chocolate chip morsels. Start by combining the baking soda, flour, and salt in a small bowl. With your spoon, beat the butter, sugar, brown sugar, and vanilla extract into a large mixing bowl until creamy. Now with a wooden spoon, start stirring. Once creamy like so, start adding 2 eggs, but make sure you stir in between you add each egg. Once creamy, while mixing, start adding in the flour. Once all your ingredients are stirred well, it's time to add the chocolate chips. Scoop spoon-sized clumps out of the cookie dough and place them on the cookie sheet, giving enough space in between each cookie. Once you have the cookie dough on the cookie sheet, gently slide the cookie sheet into the oven and set a timer for 10 minutes. While the cookies are baking, get a rack that will be used so the cookies can cool. Once the oven beeps, move the rack over to the side and open the oven. Once the oven is open, use your mitt to take out the cookie sheet gently. Place the cookie sheet on the stove and make sure you do not touch it because it is very hot. Once the cookies have cooled for at least 2 minutes, place the cookie sheet on a table and use a spatula to carefully remove the cookies from the baking sheet onto the rack. Place the cookies on a plate and enjoy. This has been fun, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this episode and learned how to bake homemade chocolate chip cookies. Tune in to the next episode of Katie's Kitchen to see your favorite host, Katie Benson, teach you how to make flatbread pizza. Thanks for watching and see you next time.
On March 9th, the Pops concert took place in the MHS Gymnasium. The band, orchestra, choir, Sachem singers, and STW members all performed and put together an amazing show. I made a highlight of the event. Let's take a look.
She has never in her life worn a pair of pants. So puts on her shoes, which match the morning's clothing, applies lipstick sparingly, has powder on her face, and dogs perfume behind each ear. She combs her hair, smooths out the wrinkles in her clothing, then moves to the kitchen where she prepares her breakfast. Laura Kate is 52, big-boned and stately, an unseen beauty in an age of bony women. When she's prepared her breakfast, she takes it to the table in a tiny dining room, and as she eats, she watches through the window to the swollen, churning river.
Jerry's is and is in the center of town. It's not a place that used to be something else and got converted to its present use. It's always been a place for food and vehicles. First as a store and a stable and a wheelwright shop, then with cars, a store and gas pumps, a mechanic and a lift. A place, since it began, to serve two of the very few necessities, food and transportation.
The mill is Alice Twiss's junk store now, 4 stories high and filled to the top. Each floor, each enormous room, glutted, crammed, pressed full, mounted to the ceiling with everything anyone could ever pick up and carry away, and little passages leading here and there through the dark. In all of humanity, only Alice knows what's there and where it is.
Saturday, March 3rd, MHS students performed their rendition of Peter and Wendy for Festival. Festival is a competitive theater competition for the state of Massachusetts, and if your play is not up to par, you get disqualified. Joe Escolas made a highlight of the play. Let's check it out.
I just wanted to do a couple last thank yous that we could not have done this without. First of all, our principal, Paul Brannigan, who always supports the arts. Our program director, Danny Duggan, who without this and any of our shows wouldn't be possible. And finally, all of you, not just as moms, but parents who are driving your kids to rehearsals until late at night, who are trying to fit that in your schedule of extracurriculars, work, and everything else. You guys help make it happen.
March 7th to March 9th, Chase Holyoke finalized his campaign in an attempt to become the MASC vice president. After making it to the final two for the position, he sadly lost and did not become VP, but he became the MASC delegate for his placement. Now, a story produced by Aaron Conley on the finalization of Chase's campaign.
Good morning, MASC. I'm Chase Holyoke, and I want to be your next vice president.
After the long journey, the campaign has come to an end. Chase put up a good fight when running against the 7 others from different schools and almost took it home. When asked about his journey running for VP, this is what he had to say, from the beginning of it all to the end.
I want to be vice president because I want to make an impact on the world, not only at my own town level, but at the state and even national level. My biggest goal in life is to leave a long-lasting positive impact on the world, and I think having this position would help me achieve that goal. However, my song doesn't start here. It starts back in 2007. I was riding around in my mom's old beige Chevy truck. Most of the time, all you could hear was the engine and some Keith Urban song mixed with the sweet hums of my mom. But on this very day, we happened to try out a news station. Through the radio, I heard something truly remarkable. Kanye West's Stronger boomed through the speakers. And I knew I had finally found my rhythm. Between my mom's country tunes, my dad's Sinatra hits, and my brother's Green Day tapes, I finally found something that I could really call my own. I recreate all those album covers out of love. In one way or another, each of those albums has inspired me or influenced me to be the way that I am today. And I think I kind of owed it to pay homage to them through my Twitter. And I feel like I properly celebrated those guys. My wish for you is that you can all find this comfort. MASC, I hope that you can all find your rhythm. We all need music as a way to fully put together how we're feeling. And for me, MASC, seeing all of you today feels, as Kanye would say, amazing. So amazing. Finding our rhythm as a state could be daunting. However, I'm fully prepared to bring us to unison, all reading from the same sheet of music. Ensuring this would mean creating more events like bonding days and service hours, where we can all come together as a state. More events provides more communication and collaboration, so that we can get into the right rhythm together. We would certainly need more feedback in order to keep us in tune. This is why I'd also like to provide a more insightful end-of-the-year evaluation, so that the previous board can reflect on how we can improve and the incoming board can start working together at a higher tempo. Finally, I'd like to create a system that would allow high schools all across the state to interact with their middle schools, to form a comfortable environment and a tight bond that would be unbreakable. In this sense, we can fine-tune our leaders to come into MASC with their instruments ready. Now, you may be wondering, what if we're off beat? Or what if we're not in the right key? With me as your vice president, I promise to bring the state to the next level and be on top of the charts for years to come. You've proven to be one of the best bands this nation has ever seen, and I know we'll only improve. No matter what you listen to on the way home, I'll sleep easy knowing you'll be comfortable and probably dancing in your own little way. I hope that you can all find your rhythm and dance along with me, Chase Holyoke, as your 2018-2019 MASC Vice President. Thank you, and best of luck to all the other candidates.
Student Council has been making great strides this year, and it certainly hasn't gone unnoticed. Members of the Student Council Executive Board shared with Listen Update what has been the cause of such a successful year.
Throughout the school year, Middleborough Student Council has been working diligently on creating a better environment at MHS. There is no doubt that their work hasn't gone unnoticed, seeing as it was awarded MASC's Top 10 Project Award and the MASC Gold Council Award. With all the amazing achievements this year's council has been receiving, I decided to talk to some members of the executive board to see what makes this year so special. When I asked Middleborough's Ambassador of Fun, Ian Gilson, about who has made the greatest contribution to the council, it was easy to point out who has made the greatest impact.
I think Eric Jacobson's done a lot for the student council. He's the student council president, and I know that he works his tail off every day, day in, day out, to make this school a better place and, more importantly, the student council a better place. His energy and passion for this club at our school it's unmatched.
Eric certainly has been putting in a lot of work, and it shows. He's truly fulfilled the MHS tradition of having incredible student council presidents. Eric shared with Listen Update what he has been doing to generate such a successful school year at Middleborough.
Personally, what I've done is that over the summer before the school year started, I really try to overhaul our council, try to keep the engagement going from the first day of school to the last. And so far, we've really seen some changes. We made some changes to meetings, making it a little bit more engaging throughout the year. We've added a little bit more events, and the ones that we have do traditionally, we spruced up with some fun new things. Like at Lock-in, we did a lip sync instead of skits. At our pep rallies, we did a basketball game instead of an actual pep rally. It was just really cool, and I think the school really loved that, and I think that's what I've personally been doing.
The culture of StuCo has certainly changed over the past few years. Owen McCarthy described his journey through the council as something truly life-changing.
Since my freshman year, I've always remained involved, but the levels of my involvement have changed. I've gone from class president to historian to now vice president, and as I've grown as a person, I've learned to like student council more. So I've tried to get other people to do it and become more involved myself because it really has become a pivotal part in my life.
Middleborough High School Student Council has been one of the best clubs this state has ever seen. With constant improvement and growth in the community, there is no doubt that these students have truly made a positive impact on this planet. From Listen Update, this is Chase Holyoke.
Up next, we'll check out some more TV1 demonstration videos, but first, here's the weather with Matt McNaughton.
We end this week on Friday with the warmest day of the week, and the rest of the day is 40s and 50s for the rest of the week. Back to you, Megan.
We'll be back with our upcoming events, but first, here are some more demonstration videos by Leanne McDonald, Maggie Desrosiers, Noah Miles, and Shayne Quersher.
Hi, welcome to Leanne's Learning Lessons. I'm your host Leanne, and today we're going to be learning how to pass a volleyball. So the first thing you need is a volleyball. Thanks. One thing you need to know when passing a volleyball is to use the three main parts of your body: your shoulders, your arms, and your legs. The first step is to make sure your right hand is on top of your left, and make sure you pull your thumbs in to touch, keep your forearms facing up, and make sure your elbows are locked when you bump the ball. One tip you need to know is when passing a volleyball is to never just use your arms and go up. You need to make sure your legs are bent and you're in a squatted, comfortable position, and before you pass the ball, you move your legs up at the same time. The last thing is as you move your arms up, make sure to shrug your shoulders in the same motion as your arms going up. This will help with passing the volleyball even harder. This is what a complete pass should now look like. That's all we have today on Leanne's Learning Lessons. Tune in next week to learn how to successfully pass the volleyball 3 times before getting it over the net. Thanks for watching.
Hello and welcome back to Lessons with Mags. I'm your host Maggie Desrosiers, and today I'll be teaching you how to do a contour drop. This is a move often used by soccer goalies who need to control a ball but know they can't catch it. Let's get started. Step 1 is to find a partner. I will be using this wall. Step 2 is to suit up. Now that we're ready to go, step 3 is to get the hand motions down. The best way to take away the force of an incoming ball is to make a W shape with your hands like this and form it into a bowl shape. Make sure you have a tight grip on the ball. Now, have your partner throw it at you somewhere between your stomach and your chest. Start by practicing the regular contour catch, and then once you feel comfortable with that, try and do the contour drop. To absorb the force of the ball, do not push it. Let it hit your fingertips, which should be directed down, and fall in front of you so you can grab it quickly. Once you have control of the ball, pull it to your chest so that an incoming player does not hit it out of your hands. Practice it a few times until you get it down. Now you know how to perform a contour drop. I hope this video helped you improve your soccer skills, and I'll see you next time on Lessons with Mags.
Strike 3, you're out. That was a great pitch, but pitching fastballs can get predictable. That's why today I'm going to teach you how to throw a curveball. The first and easiest step to throwing this off-speed pitch is getting the grip. First, you want to grip the ball as you would a fastball. Then, you want to move your fingers so that they hug the seams and curve them along the seams, like so. Now we're going to learn the motion of throwing this pitch. Now we know how to throw a curveball. Let's get to practicing. Hello and welcome to a tutorial on how to field a ground ball properly in baseball. First things first, make sure your feet are shoulder width apart. Next thing you want to do is put a little bit of a bend in your knees so you're not standing straight up, like this. Now that your knees are bent, you want to make sure you have the rim of your glove on the ground with the back of your glove off the ground a little bit. Now the final step is you want to take the bottom of your throwing hand and put it at the base of your glove so if the ball pops up, it doesn't hit you in the face. Now that we know the steps, let's get to practicing.
The end of quarter 3 has been pushed back. Midterms will now be on April 10th and 11th, and quarter 4 will start on April 12th. STW is now onto their final show of the year. That's entertainment. This year, for the 40th anniversary, they are putting on a Star Wars themed show with May the 40th be with you. It's not too late to get involved. Stop by the Black Box with any questions. Thanks for watching this week's Listen Update. Make sure to check out MiddleboroughTV.com as well as our Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at MiddleboroughTV for photos and updates about MHS. I'm Megan Doherty, and from all of us in Television Production 3, thanks for watching. We'll see you next episode.